During the Miss Grandstown contest, I've met many persons, many people from walks of life. And that's where I met Therese. Therese Heben, who sings. She was a Miss Yellow Elder at the time when we joined into the, because once you win the Miss Grandstand, you go into the Miss PLP, which is a bigger contest. Well, I did not place in Miss PLP, but I gave them a good try. My problem was I answered my question incorrectly, and that's based on the fact that I had no support. I never had really no tribe, and studies that we were supposed to have done, and from where we were supposed to study. Um, the papers, yeah, they give you stuff to study from, so they will answer question for that. I think the person, not the person, I know who moved the paper is a family member who moved it, being jealous because of all the attention that I was getting and all of the gifts that I was getting and all the, people encourage you. Everybody loves the winner. And it was, yes, a very close family member who moved the document that I was supposed to study from. And once they give you one, you never could get another one. And so, hence, I was actually winging it. I tried to study off my own anything that I could think of, but that particular one, when it came up, I almost get it, let's put it that way. But I answered my question incorrectly. I did everything right. Had I answered my question correctly, I sure, without a doubt, I would have been one of the top contenders. I was already one of the top contenders, but I mean really placed. And so, yes, you have family members who hate to see you going ahead, and that's in a lot of families. Sometimes it might be in a close family unit, it might be, distant relatives, or it might be, but most of the time, it's always the people closest to you. So the document that I was supposed to study from was removed. And that's why I'm telling my stories, and I don't have nothing to hide. Not me. I don't have nothing to hide because I put the document in my drawer. And anytime when I did decide to go and get it on my drawer was not there. And of course they can lie and say they ain't move it, but it can't get up and walk by itself. So yeah, I was plagued with people who were jealous over me all my life. But I learned a lesson, a valuable lesson over the years. That when you find you always on someone's radar, it could be that they admire you, or it could be that they wish they were you. A lot of time it could be that they just jealous of what you're trying, the positivity you're trying to do for yourself in your life, while they still on the sideline, are they're not doing anything for their life. See, in life you have to decide: are you going to sit on the sideline and watch everybody do what they need to do, and then you hate on them, or are you going to get up from the sideline and try to make something for your own self? Everybody part is different. Two-person part is the same. Everything about somebody is so different and unique. Every human is so unique. You understand me? So ain't nobody gonna have the same part unless you plan to have it together. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can't sit on the sideline and be getting mad because someone trying to better their life in a positive way. Some people ask, well, how you better your life by going to contest? Let me tell you something for the most ignorant who don't read, just only listen to hearsay. A lot of y'all don't read, just listen to hearsay. Let me tell you something about contests. When you go into contests, no matter how small they are, and you become a winner, Sometimes that contest might not even have a prize to offer you. They might be so small. But in another arena, people remember you when you forget they even know you, or mightn't even know you mightn't even know them. But people will remember, oh, she did win that contest. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did that. And let me tell you something. People look out for you. I am telling you, I have seen it. People look out for you. Okay? And there are people who will come and encourage you and be your tribe, and your own family will be letting you down. They're not there. They're not supporting. I come from a situation where I had no support, but I had a tribe that developed around me that supported me. And sometimes the family don't have give you no support, but the people who giving you support, they won't get jealous of. And when you win contests, man, I had a new wardrobe. I had 14 karat gold earrings. I had a 14 karat gold braces. I had 14 karat gold chain. I had flowers. I had outfit. You name it, I get for gifts. You name it, I got for gifts. You understand? And I come from a two-room wooden house, so you know something? I can tell you where half of them gifts go on. Because yes, you'll have your family teething and carrying and doing, and that's exactly what took place. You know? So, that's my story on that. But in the end, it benefited me no matter what. It benefited me, and I was able to make a positive impact while I was Miss Grandstown on the youth in the Grandstown constituency. I made a positive impact on them. Ain't nothing about me was negative. Ain't nothing about me was negative. So I am proud of myself, and that's why I am telling my story. So this is the evidence. My little friend, Charlene, she was the little miss. She grew up to be a stellar young lady, have a family of her own and everything, of course, because this was way back in the, oh, I can't remember. In the 1998. I can't remember. That's how long it been. Oh my God, that's how long it been. Oh yes. And then the beautiful thing is when you win a contest, they have you in the newspaper, they have you on the news, and people want to know who you are. And people want to say, oh, I know her. And then not only that, because I was a high school student, your school benefited from it. My school benefited from it. But how your school benefit, baby? Just to know, I used to go to Air Valley School, and look here, I like to compete, so I used to be Air Valley champion debater. No one ever beat me in debate yet. My school benefit plenty for me being in Air Valley School. I've left my mark. You could believe that. I, like some people, I have left my mark wherever I go. And that's why I'm telling my stories. Hello, somebody. I was a champion debater. I have never lose a debate yet. And whenever I go in my debate and stuff, my team, because I on that team win. If I go individual, I win. And I always was best spokesman. Because guess what? When I tell him my stories, I am not trying to speak the Queen English. I'm trying to be Bahamian in every facet when I tell my stories. But child, when I on that debate time, all the Queen English has come out. But the axes fall because I is having to get up and I is represent. Like I said, I've never lost a debate yet. So I made a positive impact in my youth, yes, in my youth and throughout my lifetime. And that's why I'm telling my story. this story can maybe inspire some young person out there. You can get off the sideline, get involved in positive things. Times have changed. You can't walk the street before. You can't walk by yourself no more. You have to walk with company because you need. When you by yourself, you become a prey. Sometimes even with the company, because there's only another one person, you become a prey. But it's always better to walk with when you want to go places if you don't have the money and all of this. Young people, and you come from a poor home. I was the poor. Let me get it right. I was the poor or the poor. You ever see you live in the ghetto and everybody in the ghetto kind of poor back then, right? But we were, even though the people were poor, we were poorer than them. So we were the poor of the poor. Hello, somebody. All right. My clothes for my contest had to be kept to my, she was the lady who chaperoned. She was my chaperone house. Her name was Valdrina Brooks. She has since passed, and I always remember her fondly. She used to have to keep my clothes, my crown, my everything. That's why they thought I would live Trufalo Street, because she lived Trufalo Street. And she wanted to say, oh, I live Trufalo Street, which I never did. She wanted to say that. But I'm young. I don't mind. I looked up to her. It was her and her sister. They were twins. They were, that's why I say you can impact people's life, even when they are poor. Her and her sisters, her and her sister, they knew how to sew. They used to sew wedding dresses, you name, they used to sew. At one point in their life, they were teachers, primary school teachers. And at one point in their life, they were nurses as well. They went through training, they got their papers, and they made some of themselves. You hear me? They were stellar young women in the Grandstand constituency. One, they named Valdrina and Valeria Brooks before they were married. Valdrina was married to a Turnquest, and Valeria is married to a Brown. Okay? So, and they both had lovely kids, lovely families. So, they were people I looked up to and admire, you know. Yes, and I could sew anything. I could sew anything. And I could make jewelry. I could do a lot of things because I was inspired by people like them and people who I came in contact with. See, you have to get out, babies, and get into positive arenas. But if you're in a positive arena and anybody trying to prey on you, that you need to leave that whatever you're in. Don't let yourself be a prey, because times have changed. Back in the day, people respected young women and young men. You could walk the road and you ain't got to worry about nothing. You know, times have changed, truly changed. But that's a little of my little story about when I was a Miss Grandstand. This the only evidence. Like I say, I had no support. Had I had support, your family would have been there and you had proper pictures taken and all that. Then you might have take pictures with your family and all that. I was involved with a lot of things, but I never had the support, okay? My mother never supported me because she was never there, period. We ain't gonna pretty it up. We are not gonna pretty it up. One thing with me, I don't stutter, I tell the truth. Hello, somebody. But the picture take dark because this was way back in the 70s. This was in the 70s, not in the 90s. This was in the 70s, like 1979. Round there. That's when this was. Round that time. It wasn't in the 80s, because in the 80s I was married. I got married in 1980 something, 88. So, yeah, I'm talking good many years. And that's why I'm telling my stories. My generation will say, oh, she was involved in this. Maybe inspire my own generation and some other young person. And that's what happened. You got to know what your generation line was up to sometime. You got to know what they did. help inspire you to want to be like them or better. Okay? Anyhow, this is my evidence. See there? This is my evidence. See there? Mazel Russell. I am a Russell descended from Los Angeles. My father born in Los Angeles, so hence I'm a Russell from Los Angeles. So that's me. The picture took very dark. They never had no good camera and thing. That was way back. That's why I say time change nowadays. You and they doing the best now with the cameras them and stuff. All right. So that's my little story when I was a Miss Grandstand. Yes, that's me. Miss L knows Miss Grandstand. Over and out.